Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Home Economics Online Class, Grade 8, Cookery. I am Miss Mary Anfonte, your teacher for today. Okay, so we are now in week 8. Stay home, be protected, and keep safe. Our lesson for today is Importance of Occupational Health and Safety Procedures. Being familiar with the different concepts in occupational health and safety procedures are very important nowadays, so as to minimize the potential danger they might bring. So this is our expectations. So number one is identify the different concept of safety and health procedures. Second, apply the concept learned with your family and friends. And the last one is share the knowledge learned in this lesson. Okay, so we have here a semantic webbing. What comes to your mind when you see this picture? You can write your answer in your notebook. One of the most useful things that we must learn in one's life is the importance of occupational health and safety procedures. In this time of crisis, wherein COVID-19 pandemic is really an outbreak, we have to admit the fact that there are lots of hazards and risks that are present in our places and environment. So each of us have a job to keep ourselves safe and free from this danger. By doing so, we are greatly contributing to the wellness and safety of our families and communities. Workplace safety procedure. Occupational safety and health is the most commonly referred to as multidisciplinary field concerned with the safety, health, and welfare of people at work. The goal of an occupational health and safety program is to foster a safe and healthy work environment. Occupational Health and Safety, or OHS, also protects co-workers, family members, employers, customers, and many others who might be affected by the workplace environment. Okay, so we have different types of hazard. Environmental hazard are factors that threatens the environment which brings harmful effect on people's health in the surrounding natural environments. So let us define what is hazard. Hazard is used to describe something that has the potential to cause harm. Okay, so we have different types of hazard. The first hazard is biological hazard. Biological hazard is any substance that would cause threat to our health which is caused by organisms such as viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. Examples of biological hazards are dirty sponges that can spread bacteria around the kitchen, bad storage habits in the refrigerator, mold, fungi, harmful plants, sewage, airborne pathogens such as the common cold. The next hazard is psychological hazard. Psychological hazard are matters that causes stress to a worker and later brings a problem to his well-being such as workship, harassment, violence, or discrimination. The third one is we have the chemical hazard. Chemical hazard are the chemicals that are used in a company that, if not taken care of, could bring health problems to workers. So this is an example of biochemical hazard. Okay, so the next hazard is ergonomics hazard. These are movements of the body that are forceful and repetitive. Awkward postures from performing improper work methods. And the last one is we have the electric hazard or electrical hazard. Electrical hazard can be defined as a dangerous condition where a worker could make electrical contact with energized equipment or a conductor, and from which the person may sustain an injury from shock, and there is potential for the worker to receive an arc, flash burn, thermal burn, and blast burn injury. Workplace and environmental hazard control. Environmental hazard are factors that threatens the environment which brings harmful effect on people's health and the surrounding natural environment. Workplace hazard is an aspect of work that causes health problems, safety risk, and harm. MSDS, also known as Material Safety Data Sheet, is the list of information that includes the harmful properties of chemicals, environmental hazards, protective measures, proper way of storing, transporting, and handling the chemicals used in a workplace. Threshold limit value or TLV. This is the amount of concentration in the chemicals that is safe for the workers to be exposed in a duration of 8 hours of work. Okay, so personal protective equipment. Okay, so the first one is oven gloves and mitts. So this is the oven gloves and mitts. So these oven gloves and mitts are designed to protect our hands from burns and bruises. The second personal protective equipment in the kitchen is we have the cut-resistant gloves. It is used for adding another layer of protection against sharp knives. And the third one is we have the night reel gloves. This one. Okay, so these are used to protect the hands from acidic vegetable and chemicals for cleaning. We also have the waterproof apron. Waterproof apron is adding layer of protection against hot liquids which could result to burns. Okay, number 5, double-breasted jacket. It adds a barrier between you and the hot liquid or surface. Number 6, strip that hot or hairnet. It prevents strands of hair to get into the food and into our face. And the last one is we have the non-slip shoes. These prevent us to sleep because of wet floor in the kitchen. So these are the personal protective equipment in the kitchen. So basic rule of kitchen safety. Cooking is fine, but kitchen safety is a priority. There are many pieces of equipment and environmental hazard that can be extremely dangerous. Sharp objects like knives, open fire by the oven, electrical appliances, and even bacteria around the kitchen. Observing basic rules of kitchen safety is a good habit to develop. Always pay attention to what you are doing in the kitchen because one slip can cause serious injury or accidents. To prevent serious injuries or accidents, adopt a plan for kitchen cleanliness and have necessary safety equipment at your disposal. It is also important to be aware of who is in the space. For example, children should never be left alone in the kitchen. So waste management. What is waste management? So waste management is also known as proper waste disposal. It includes the activities and actions required to manage waste from its inception to its final disposal. This includes the collection, transport, treatment, and disposal of waste, together with monitoring and regulation of the waste management process. Waste can be solid, liquid, or gas, and each type has different methods of disposal and management. Waste management follows the 3 Rs hierarchy: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Waste materials can be biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Waste materials can be hazardous and non-hazardous. What is the importance of occupational health and safety? Occupational health and safety standards mandate reduction, removal, or replacement of job site hazard. OHS programs also help minimize the effect of such hazards. Occupational health and safety considerably benefits the business, as healthy employees are guaranteed to be more productive. The management and employers are obliged to provide a safe working environment for all the employees. So that's all for today. Thank you and God bless.